with that, we'll go right into questions. That was going to be a short one tonight.
Yeah, Katie, how much rest did you have coming up to this meet, and how much more rest, I guess, will you have for the next meet?
As I've said, that's all up to Bruce. I do whatever he tells me to do at practice, and how much of a rest that is, I don't know. I'm sure we'll get back to work this week and then taper down again, and hopefully I'll be more rested and feeling really good in Rio.
Katie, by my calculations, you've dropped 13 seconds in this race since winning the trials here 4 years ago. Appreciate it, and just what do you make of that?
Yeah, they were showing a clip of the race right before my race tonight, and they were showing a clip of the race from 4 years ago, and I was watching, and I was like, my stroke is really different from what it was then. Oh, my turns are terrible. You know, it was just kind of cool to look back and see how much I've improved over the last 4 years, and the time shows that. And yeah, I think at finals, improved a lot since then. I improved in London off of Omaha last time, and that's the goal this time as well.
Katie, Missy Franklin was in a little bit of the same position for struggle since then. Can you appreciate exactly what an achievement it was for her to battle away on the team in both the 200 free and
obviously there's nothing to be disappointed about. She's on the team in Rio, and she's going to be a real team leader, and you can count on her to swim fast. And I'm really excited to be on a relay with her again, and I think it's going to be a really great team up and down, and I know it's going to be a lot of fun, and Missy is somebody that always makes it fun.
Katie. So do you think this time around you're going to be a team leader? And also, you know, I think there's been so much written about you and so much broadcast about you over the last X weeks. There are some people here who go, oh my.
To answer your first question, I found out Caitlin Sandino told me on the interview on deck that I'm still the youngest Olympian as of now on the team, which is kind of funny because I do have a lot more experience than I did 4 years ago when I was the youngest on the team then. But hopefully I can bring a little bit of something to the team and help out some of the people that are going to their first Olympics and just kind of tell them what it'll be like. And that's how I felt really prepared going into 2012 because all the veterans and the people that had been there before had shared everything they had learned from past Olympics. To answer your other question, I think I'm just focused on my own goals. You guys can write whatever you want. I appreciate all of your coverage of the sport. It's really been a fun week here in Omaha, and we really appreciate everything you guys have done to promote the sport. I'm just going to focus on my racing and what my goals are, and anybody else's expectations don't really mean that much to me. No offense. It's just what I want to do, and what Bruce and I have as our goals. Those are what we're going to be targeting, and hopefully that'll happen in Rio.
Hi, Katie. 4 years ago, you took the disappointment of missing out on the 400 and kind of channeled that into motivation for the 800 later in the week. Is it a similar situation at all with the 100 here? And do you feel like you can channel that into something bigger for Rio for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where I'm at with the 100 right now with the relay or anything like that. Obviously, that's up to the coaches, and if they call on me, I'll be ready, and I'll still be preparing for the 200. I'll be ready if they want me on that relay. I think in terms of motivation, I think getting 7th here will more be motivation for 4 years when the 100 will more likely be a target and something I might consider focusing a little more on in the future. But right now, 4x2 and what I want to do to get better in those first.
Katie, you gave the record a good run for a while there tonight. Was there a point in the race when you realized it wasn't quite going to be a record night?
Yeah, it just didn't feel like it was anything special. I can't complain about an 8:10, but I just could feel that I wasn't really able to bring my just when I really start to get going, I can bring in that kick and get into a good rhythm, and that just wasn't there tonight, and kind of made my arms a little more tired than they normally get. So I think I can take what I did tonight and improve on that in Rio, and I know hopefully I can be back down and be a little faster in Rio.
Katie, Michael has been the face of swimming for so long. We had a period where Missy was kind of the face a little bit. It seems like we're at a point now where there is not one face in the sport. How exciting is that, and especially going into the Olympics where there's so many, big swimming superstars that can do so many different things?
I think it's a really exciting time. I think I saw something about the number of rookies, like first-time Olympians, and it's a couple more than it was in 2012, and the meet's not over yet. So we get a lot of rookie skits to look forward to. Thankfully, I don't have to do that again. But it's a really exciting time because we still do have Michael and Ryan and Dana and all these people that have tremendous experience. They've been to 3, 4, 5 Olympics. And we can really always count on them to lead the team and give some good advice, really cheer on the team. And then we do have a lot of new faces, a lot of college swimmers, high school swimmers. Just, it's a really cool team, I think, and it reminds me a lot of the team 4 years ago. And hopefully we have that same chemistry and that same excitement through training camp and when we get to Rio. I think it's going to be a really special couple weeks.
Charles.
Yeah, Katie. I mean, when Michael was coming up, he would talk very explicitly about wanting to change the sport. But when people ask you about, do you want to be the face of swimming or whatever you want to call it, is that something you even think about? I mean, is that part of your concept of what you want to do?
It's not something I've really thought about that much. Michael has changed the sport, and it's really cool when you get to swim in front of 14,000 people, and I don't know if we would have had that if we didn't have Michael. So just to be on a team with him is a great honor, and to see him go out the way he's going out is really neat. In terms of how I fit into that, I think everybody that's going to Rio wants to represent USA Swimming really well, and I think that's our main goal. We've been the best swimming country in the world for who knows how many years, and we want that to continue.
Katie, now that it's over, can you quantify how much more pressure you might have felt going into this week than 4 years ago? And do you feel relief that the week is over, or what's the word you would use to describe?
It's pretty hard for me to compare this from 4 years ago just because I've been here before and I just knew what to expect and had some bigger goals than I did 4 years ago. But I think I still had the same amount of fun that I did 4 years ago, and that's going to be key moving forward, just having a lot of fun in Rio and just enjoying the whole Olympic experience. It really is an experience like no other, and you're with all these athletes from the world, and everybody comes together, and it's a really cool thing to be a part of. And I think this meet is more stressful and pressure-packed than in Olympic Games, and hopefully I'll still feel like that in a couple of weeks, but I know the nerves will still be there like any other swim meet. But once you're on the Olympic team, I think everybody's sort of in the same boat and we're all supporting each other, and I think again, I think we're just going to represent USA Swimming to the best of our ability, and we know everybody back home will be cheering us on.
We'll go last question with Pat, and then Michael's coming in.
There we go. When you do get the chance to give some words of advice to a first-time Olympian, what will you tell them?
I think just to enjoy the whole Olympic experience. Do as much as you can, but also do everything you need to do to swim your best. We all want to swim our best in Rio. We want to swim better than we did here. And just enjoy training camp, enjoy being in the village, enjoy going to breakfast, lunch, dinner, and seeing all these people from every different country. One thing I'm going to try to do this time a little more maybe is do the pin trading. I did like 1 or 2 last time, but it would be kind of cool to rack up a little collection. I think it's just a really neat thing when you can bring all these countries together, and hopefully it inspires the world and bring about more peace or something.
Great. Thank you, Katie. Congratulations on a great week.
Thank you.
If anyone in the back room would like to come up, Michael Phelps is about to join us. Those your knuckles?
Huh? My knuckles. Yeah. No, my knees don't crack like that.
All right, Michael Phelps joined us last night after his fourth straight win in the 200 IM at trials, and once again tonight in the 100 fly, comes away first to the wall from lane 2.
7. Who's counting though? I was in 7. I've never been out there, and I don't want to ever be out there again. That wasn't fun being out there in that lane.
We'll go right into questions. Go ahead, Wayne.
Michael, a few years from now, when you look back on this week, your last meet, on American soil, as we've said, what do you think the memories will be that'll stand out most to you?
I mean, just the whole career so far, so far.